Bourbon Barkeep. I don't know what episode this is. That's a great feeling.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop counting at this point.
Yeah.
So, episode 4.
You're counting still.
I think we're on episode 4, but
I think it's one hand.
Sure. We're getting to the number where, again, we talked about this last time, where we can justify buying a bottle a week, and that's my goal.
There.
That's my goal.
I haven't seen a dime.
Getting closer.
So I can't say that I could still justify it.
Mm-hmm.
But is it still happening?
Yeah.
Yep.
Against my better judgment, it sure is.
Yep. So, another bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of going in and out of Kansas City, if you will.
Sure. Yeah, back out this time with Black Maple Hill. Have heard different things about this bottle. Have heard not so great things more recently.
Up and down.
Yeah, more recently than the great things. But yeah, you have a little bit of history prepared for us, right? As you always do.
We got some history.
Yeah, let's roll.
It's my fun part of it.
Yeah.
So CVI is over Black Maple Hill.
Okay.
They do not distill. They source everything. This is by far their most popular product, and it's not close. When you're up against grappa, fruit brandy.
Sure.
So back in the day, I believe it was 2009, Black Maple Hill kind of had that Van Winkle association to them.
Mm-hmm.
So once word kind of got out that they were being sourced from Heaven Hill and you had all these big names.
Kind of blew up a little bit, right?
It
On
blew
the
up.
secondary market.
Secondary market, they were, at least according to Google, we were at like $1,500, $2,500 for a Black Maple Hill bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Now granted, this was a much taller bottle and it was also a red label. So don't rush to the store for
Hoping to find that.
blue, purple, whatever this is, just yet.
Yeah.
But if you do see a tall Black Maple Hill bottle, apparently you should buy it.
Mm-hmm.
So finding this on the secondary market, super expensive.
Okay.
So then CVI is like, hey, we can't even afford to start getting some of this wheat and corn at, I think they were saying it was like 11 to 22 years old.
Mm-hmm.
They can't even afford to source it at this point because they're not making the secondary market prices.
Gotcha.
So they close up shop. They're
Mhm.
like, we can't do this anymore. We're just out.
Okay.
So Stein Distillery in 2009 opened a farm out in Joseph, Oregon. In 2014, CVI partners with Stein Distillery, and they're churning out the new and
Maybe not
maybe
improved.
maybe not improved
Yeah.
Black Maple Hill.
Okay. So 9 years basically.
So that brings us up to speed. So part of these reviews today are people that tried the red label.
Mm-hmm.
I have not.
Nope.
So I'm not going in as jaded as some of the other reviewers, for better or worse. It still comes with, what did you pay out here?
Yeah, found it for $70. Is it worth that? I don't know. We'll find out when we do our bang for the buck section here, I guess.
I think it's about that time.
Yeah. Let's
mean,
roll, man.
We're in 2.5 minutes probably, and
Something
I don't
like
have a glass in my hand. Unacceptable.
So Black Maple Hill. To you, man.
Do you?
Get a little ethanol. We popped this, 10 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Yet another pop bottle, man.
So this, yeah,
Let's go. Let's go.
I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
It's just saving stuff for the channel at this point.
Sure,
We
yeah.
do have other bottles that we touch.
Uh-huh.
I get corn.
Do you?
It may just be stuck in my nose, but I get some corn on the nose.
I get kind of a char, like an oaky char, which if it's only 5-6 years, what'd you say, 4 or 5 years?
4 or 5. Rumor.
That's a surprising amount of oak. Maybe a little vanilla.
I was just going vanilla.
Come on.
Dang it.
Come on.
Now I gotta go something else. I'm gonna go like a cocktail cherry. Maybe not full
Oh, okay.
maraschino fake, but
Right.
kind of like a rich
Like
cocktail
almost
cherry.
like a dehydrated cherry.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
All right. I think that was 3 for us.
Sure.
So I would say the corn, hay.
I get the hay, like a kind of like
it's
a
definitely hay.
yeah.
It like started up here and then it went way barnyard in the back of the throat.
Yeah, you don't have to search much for that.
No, that is some earthy barn goodness.
You do get like it's almost like a farm atmosphere in here.
So you got a 95 proof. Does has a nice little spice in the back.
Mm-hmm. The finish is pretty short for me.
Yeah.
You don't have to search for that hay.
No, it is. I feel like I'm back on like an elementary school field trip. You jump into a pile of hay,
Mm-hmm.
and you just can't get out. You just are searching and
Sure.
searching.
Right. Oh, yeah, with the needle in the haystack thing. Yeah, there you go.
All right. I'm ready to rate.
I've had my fill. I have. Let's roll.
All right. So we got the senses, heavily weighted on
Okay.
the senses. If you haven't seen the weights and algorithm,
I'll get those on the screen right here.
that's for you.
For
on
our backboard here.
On our gray screen.
Exactly.
It's actually better than a green screen if you haven't done your research on it.
Sure. So we have senses, it factor,
Hug.
hug, and then we have availability, which we still don't have a cool name for.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough to rate, and it's tough to be creative sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And we got bang for the buck.
Yep.
So senses, it's tough because I just don't love that.
Well, I mean, is it tough? Because it sounds like you kind of know where you want to go with the score here.
Yeah.
I was going to go 60. You're not, I mean, it's not bad. You're not going to dock points, but I'm not going to go much upward from 50 here. So I'm going to go 60. And if you wanted to convince me to go 55, then you probably wouldn't have much trouble.
Don't go 55. I'll go 55.
Okay. It factor, I am going to go negative here.
I was going to go negative too.
I'm going to go 48.
Why?
Because it's so average, but this is like the first.
Whoa.
This is like the first just remarkably average it factor I think we've had, where I feel like I want to take a couple off.
I'm gonna go negative because I'm gonna dock a little bit of the legacy. I mean, bourbon is all about story. Where have you come from? What are you doing? So you came from riches.
Mm-hmm.
I get, like, if you can't, you got to figure out how to maintain at this
Sure.
point. So I'll dock as well. Hug.
I mean, there is something there on the finish, so I'm not going to go negative here. I'll take 55. Like, it's damn
Okay.
close to average again.
I'm going to try and describe hugs. So this hug is you're walking up to maybe a mentor or maybe a dad's friend, a dad's best friend.
That's a great comp.
And you're coming in here and he comes in here and you do this weird like sword into his tummy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not that great.
Sure.
So I'm going to go 40
Right.
because that's a weird hug.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm gonna match the story here. So I'm a aging veteran. Let's say I'm a tight end. Let's say I'm a wide receiver. It doesn't really
Okay,
matter.
I wasn't sure if we were saluting you or
No.
but
Let's
you're-
say I'm an aging veteran wide receiver
Okay.
who has a wonderful storied career. Let's
Okay.
go with Julio Jones, just someone that pops into mind, right?
monster.
Julio Jones, in his veteran, portion of his career, fighting for minutes as much as the next guy.
Okay.
Let's pick the Bucks, since that's kind of where he was when he was aging, or already aged. The Bucks sign like just a pure depth wide receiver, like a sixth wide receiver. That guy comes in,
Sure.
says what's up to Julio at the locker, like obviously big fan, grew up watching Julio play, and Julio is like, this dude's just here to steal my minutes.
Whoa.
So I'm gonna give him what's up, man, nice to meet you, and then Julio's gonna go on his way.
Wow.
You know what? I'm gonna go down to 50 after hearing my own explanation. I convinced myself to go lower.
We got a challenge. We got to challenge the score. All right. Availability, it's probably like a 45.
I was
as
gonna
well,
say I haven't
sadly.
seen it very often. I kind of bought it because I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Maybe I had seen it prior, but it didn't register in my mind. I'm like, but I haven't really seen that bottle before.
I've seen the green a little bit more. That's going to be the rye.
Yeah.
I have heard better things about the rye,
Mm-hmm.
but
I'm personally not near as much of a rye fan.
yeah, I haven't seen the blue much at all. So I'm going to go 45. Not their fault this time,
Mm-hmm.
but
I'll match your 45 just because I wouldn't know any better than you. So
I mean, we tour enough liquor stores to where you haven't seen it. It is a nice looking,
it's a cool
classy
bottle. Yeah, it's a cool bottle. You said it was called a sumo bottle, the short squat. That makes sense. Bang
Okay.
for the buck.
Oh, buddy. I want to go like 25.
I was gonna say 35.
Okay. I feel better about it. I don't drop a lot of money on my bottle. I mean, you all will see our collection at this point. There's not a lot of $80 bottles in there. There's not a lot of $20 either. I mean, we just kind of stay in that 50 to 65 price range.
Yeah.
So for you all learning us, 80 is, I'm going to expect high things, obviously, by the
I want to love
the ratings.
I want to
but
love that bottle for that price, and definitely didn't love it.
No. I'd be disappointed if that was 50 with my tasting profile at least.
If you would have told me it was 50, I would have been fine paying it.
In certain times, maybe in the spring, you want to smell some hay coming out of a dark winter.
Right, you know, you're looking forward to that, you know, nature coming back to life type of feel.
This would be a fun, hey, I'm watching Yellowstone,
Ooh.
Costner's in the barn, and you
Well,
want to
just a
feel like you're there.
Wonderful, like, portrait landscape.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
We'll total these up.
total them up, give her a little GIF or whatever it is that your magic.
It's
And we'll be
simply
back.
just our logo for like 2 seconds.
It's a GIF.
No, okay, we'll be back.
So we got our scores. I'm apparently ruthless, which I feel like bad inside.
It was a little nicer than you.
You are. So
Not by much.
I'll announce mine.
Sure.
You can go yours.
Okay.
Mine was actually below average at 45.
Okay.
Do we want to go 0.25? 45.
We'll round down, round
Yeah.
up. So I was 51.55, so we'll go 52.
But good news, Black Maple Hill is top 4 for our channel.
That's out of how many?
4.
Yikes.
It's going to be up there for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
That's a shame. People are going to question the validity of our channel.
Sure. Well, I would probably venture to guess 2 more bourbons will knock that out of the top 5, which means
Depends on the bourbons.
6 out of 6. Yeah.
So
But yeah, so 4 out of 4. Kind of disappointed. When I say kinda, I mean pretty disappointed.
hurt.
I mean, I'll drink it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I paid $80 after tax. It's close to it anyway. But it's 10%, 70 something, 77 something.
What's nice is all of your friends that come over and they watch this episode and you offer that to them,
And be like, you know what?
they'll know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna have to be like my own type of thing by myself. Just
That's a
kind of
bad day of work.
hoping I finish it soon.
It's a bad day of work and a new season of Yellowstone.
That's during a bad day of work type of thing.
yeah.
But yeah, got our scores 4 out of 4. Sorry, Black Maple Hill. We're honest.
Yeah.
How do we segue here? No lock of the week this week. We're just waiting for week 1, boys and
Aren't
girls.
we all?
We're waiting for week 1.
It is a drag at this point.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a lock for you.
Sure.
This still tastes like grass.
Okay.
And hay.
No matter what we try next, I think I'm gonna like it better than that. God, I hope so.
Yeah.
But, well,
To you guys, like, subscribe. We'll still do the reel on Instagram and all that fun stuff. But appreciate you guys
don't
showing
be
up
too
for
ruthless
us.
on the reel.
Hey, it's just gonna be hay. That's it. It'll be 10 seconds with
Sure.
a fun song.
Right. Yeah. Make that fun, or make that song real fun. You're gonna have to.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. See
Thanks,
you guys.
guys. See you.